سبحان الله. يا الله. الله أكبر.
Assalamu alaikum, and welcome to the World of Islam, coming to you from Washington, D.C. in the United States of America. From Denmark to China, from Australia to Argentina, from the USA to the UK, there are more than 1.5 billion Muslims in the world today. The religion of Islam is the fastest growing religion on earth. But unfortunately, the true nature of Islam is often misrepresented and misunderstood. So I invite you to join us as we travel throughout the world of Islam and give you the opportunity to know the truth about Islam and the truth about Muslims. You are now entering the world of Islam. Assalamu alaikum, and welcome back to the world of Islam. Our travels throughout the world of Islam have brought us here to Washington, D.C. in the United States of America. And I'm here in the home of a Muslim family who have assembled quite a few artifacts and photographs and historical documents talking about the actual history of Islam here in America. So I'm joined here by Brother Amir and his wife Habiba. Assalamu alaikum. And thank you for inviting us to your home and agreeing to spend some time with us and tell us about your collection here and what you've been able to do with it. But before we start, I'd just like you both just to tell us a bit about yourselves and how you came to Islam.
My name is Amir Nasheed Muhammad. I came to Al-Islam back in 1973 is when I started showing interest. I came in to found the Sunnah under the leadership of Imam Mufti Muhammad in 1975. Came a Muslim for a couple of concerns, issues. I was searching out for God and searching out for some way to participate in society, become a part of something. And at the time, there was the Nation of Islam, and there was an organization that you could come a part of, a community, a part of an organization. And they had some Islamic concepts, some Islamic terminology. And until we followed the Sunnah, and I came into the religion. And it fits me like a coat, fits me like part of my life.
MashaAllah. Sister?
Assalamu alaikum. I'm Habiba Muhammad, and I came back into Islam, or should I say reverted into Islam in 1990. So it's going on 20 years. And I was also looking for, I guess you could say, a better approach or a better understanding of what God meant to me. I was raised a Christian and hadn't been practicing for a long time, but was searching for, something that would fit into what I wanted my lifestyle to be. And so I became a Muslim in Atlanta, Georgia, where I was living. And I came back home here after about 4 years living in Atlanta, and joined the community of Masjid Muhammad and under the leadership of W.D. Muhammad. And I also practice under other Muslim leaders. But it fits me like a glove too, alhamdulillah. Islam is what we all as Muslims aspire to be in the righteous fold of Islam and Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
Okay. Brother Amir, we see here you have a house and it's full of different photographs and artifacts and documents. First of all, I want to know what motivated you. I mean, when did you get the idea to start a collection like this?
Back in early 90s, I used to work I come from a accounting background and a management background, and I worked for American Muslim Council. It was the first and the largest Muslim political organization at the time. And I saw that the Muslims had a sense of disconnect. They didn't have a sense of connecting or belonging to America. And I realized that we were a part of America. And my own family used to tell me, we wasn't Muslims. Muslims didn't exist. So I just wanted to prove them wrong. And I started researching, and I found my own ancestor, the one that was captured and enslaved in the 1870s. And her name was Amira Bakir. And then she lived like 15 minutes away from the Muslim communities, the Gullah and the Geechee Muslims. So I saw this Islamic component to me. And so then as we grew and started collecting, Islam is about building relationships and making connections. And our history shows that, there's Muslims that came here different ways. And we're building here, making connections. There's a sense that the most recent immigrant Muslims need to feel that they're a part of. Muslims that are of African American heritage need to have a sense that they're a part of. And once we started finding America's history of Muslims' involvement that dates back over 700 years, we're part of American fabric. We help build this American society. So yes, we are a part of America.
Right.
And it gives us a sense of connecting. It gives us, they try to say that we're terrorists, but Islam been here in America for at least 400 or 500 years. No terrorist acts. We've contributed in the sciences. We've contributed in the mathematics. We fought in every American war, from the Revolutionary War to current. We find Muslims that have fought in these different American wars. So this is why we're here. And now we're here to tell the American public. Americans are beautiful Islamic history. Many Americans don't know that Muslims are a part of American society. And what we hope this would do is help bridges, help share understanding that we're not something foreign or something strange. And we're not all African Americans. We come from all parts of the Islamic world that make up the American fabric.
Now, Sister, have you also been able to participate in helping this endeavor?
Oh, yes. Alhamdulillah. Actually, the story that my husband tells, he didn't tell in depth. When we lived in Atlanta, I worked for the Georgia State Department, and there is a island called Sapelo Island in Georgia, where I never got a chance to visit. And when I got married to Amir, his father's family is from Brunswick, Georgia, which is about 10 minutes away from Sapelo Island, where you'll see Bilal Muhammad and some of the wrecks that we found there, and where the ancestors of the Muslims were, or still are. And I wanted to visit, and so I convinced him that we'd go over to the island, which you have to take a boat, and you have to return and take a boat the same day or to stay over. And realized that's when we started talking to people and digging up information and seeing the buildings that Bilal Muhammad, they were still standing, that he helped build. Realized that there was a total connection. So from then on, we gathered information, and he did most of the research and traveled around, but I've been involved from the beginning.
But now when you go out and display these things, what are the reactions you get from the people?
Oh, it's humbling. It's amazing. The reactions are empowering. I didn't know. We should teach this in the public school. Wow. Oh, my parents was Gullah people. Oh, I'm a Muslim from Bosnia. That's my people. There's the excitement and enthusiasm. It's real humbling. I mean, we've traveled not only up and down the East Coast, out in the Midwest, but we've been overseas to Qatar, Nigeria, St. Thomas, Bermuda. We're overwhelmed with enthusiasm and the excitement because people just don't know.
So now we're going to take a look at some of the artifacts and documents you've collected.
Yes, but we've been able to collect different artifacts around the country that we found. This is one of the earliest Muslims that we found in America. His name is Estevano. He's credited with discovering Arizona and New Mexico. He came over here in the 1500s with the Spaniards, and he made it inland. And this is where he's credited with discovering Arizona and New Mexico. Then we all know about the Spanish Inquisition. What we've been able to find is that Muslims came through America basically in like 4 major waves, and then you had sub-waves. One of the first waves is through the Spanish Inquisition. Estevano was part of that Spanish Inquisition. These Moriscos, this is a painting that we found in Natchez, Mississippi, Moriscos. These Moriscos wound up in Natchez, Mississippi, and they became known as Melungeons throughout